Hello, TradeZella team. My name is Nick Roros. I am an aspiring professional trader and avid user of TradeZella. I recently applied for the position of operations generalist within your company, and I want to show you guys this footage of exactly how I'm using TradeZella each day to leverage my trading to become the best that it could be and ultimately leverage myself to be the best person that I could be. I searched for a journal like TradeZella for a very long time, going as far as creating my own journals. And I knew when I found TradeZella about 3 years ago that I was never going to go anywhere else, especially over the years, how much effort this team has put into developing this journal to be the best it could be in terms of practicality of being able to create your own metrics and have the flexibility to build your own system using TradeZella. It's truly incredible. I would like to be part of your team because I want to be a part of a group that is able to empower others to go on a journey of extreme self mastery. Probably the best version of self mastery in the modern day trading. So I would just like to show you the ways that I use TradeZella to develop a edge in terms of market edge, but also psychological edge, also known as discipline. So I will create a trade log and a daily journal each day, and then I will compile all the data to a weekly journal that I fill out on Sundays. Sorry, my bird is just eating my mouse. Um, anyway, I will look through all of the journals and I'll see my strongest and weakest attributes, where I think I could improve and where I think I could eliminate weakness. And I'm always striving to see where I can improve and expand it so that it creates more value over time. I set a goal each week, and the goal is always oriented around the thing that I believe that I could optimize the most to gain the most value of my trading each day. And at the end of the week, I will see if I've achieved that goal. Then I will look through all the performance metrics of the tags, the categories that I tag for each trade, time of day, or playbook, and see if there's any patterns in there for ways that I could improve. And a summary. So here's today's journal. At the top, I will say how prepared I was, how I executed, if I was aligned with the market. I trade 6 markets, so I trade all futures markets, the 4 major indices in the US markets, and then gold and crude oil. And then I use biometrics to aid me in recognizing when I should attempt to size down versus size up, such as a sleep metric that I use with the Ultrahuman Air. And I've really been loving using this ring. I think it's extremely useful. Same thing with this inner balance device that I use the whole time while I'm trading, and I'm just practicing deep breathing so I could keep myself in alignment and try to stack the odds in my favor to make disciplined decisions. Uh, when when I was on the ship, I just stopped working on ships, but I've always had a passion for trading while I've been on the ship for the last 6 years, and it's where all of my free time has went. Basically, all of my time that I could manage to give to it. And on my most recent trip, I used ChatGPT, and basically for around a month, I took all my time and developed concepts for incorporating biometrics and psychological prompting to develop a smart journal that works with you while you trade. And I think that with AI, that sort of tool would be immensely powerful for helping empower retail traders to develop discipline and awareness of their actions and cut randomness out of their trading. So I bet TradeZella eventually will do that or has already plans to do things like that. And I would love to be a part of that process if that is something that you're considering doing. Anyway, my goal for the day, this goal was generated based off of tags that I picked apart and found patterns and recognized a practical way to find a solution to making the same mistake over and over again. Some affirmations. These ones never leave, that's why they're in orange. And then just some messaging to myself, whatever I feel. Then I go into the plans for the markets. This is my trading system. So I'm showing you that I use TradeZella to ground myself into following a plan inside the markets each day. Intraday scoring. This is just a way to manage myself during each segment of the day. Great way to reset and be aware of patterns. Keep yourself grounded. I love doing this easiest money trade. It's just to show what was the play of the day and how could I have been involved with it or capitalized on it to its max. And then I do trading recordings and I put my trades in there. It looks like I accidentally put it under the wrong category today. But this is a link to all of my trades for the day. And this is the recording that I produced from today's trading. Here's my first potential trade. So this is usually Bookmap. These are my 4 higher time frame charts, which I switch between using this market analyzer that's just pinned to the top of this screen. And then here's the lower time frame for all 6 of the markets that I trade. And this is just my system of how it worked out for me to be able to be as ergonomic as possible while capturing opportunities in the market. Then I asked myself how today's goal was executed, what I learned, changes I could make, tactical and emotional patterns, and observations. So this is my last trade. And in this preset template, all the templates are preset, obviously. I just talk about my trade plan, the best part of the trade, the worst part of the trade, observations, and screenshots. I use a mouse that has 16 buttons. So I have all of the, or most of the really painful pinch points for repetitive actions consolidated just to the use of my thumb. So it makes making this journaling really simple because I just use speech to text. And then making screenshots is very simple using Snagit because I only need to use my mouse. And then for each trade, for my own system, I take measurements on different categories and just look for patterns. I'm on the verge of updating this to become more refined, but it's a lot of trial and error, so it takes time, as you know. And obviously, playbooks, very important. Right now, I'm trading 4 playbooks, and these are all my rules for the playbook. So I'd like to show you this metric called what happened after I exited under the custom categories for each trade. This is what has led to my most recent goal and also a really great practical solution to increasing expected value per trade by not getting caught on the wrong side of the V. So I noticed over a sample size of at least 30 trades that a lot of the times uh, I was getting stopped out almost immediately after stopped out. The trade was reversing, or within a half an impulse, the trade was reversing. So I was looking into this pattern. I was like, why is it that when I enter, the market just sweeps me out and then reverses? And after sitting on it for a while, I was able to come up with a practical solution using a volume profile just on the last leg of the market as it enters my zone. This is just an example that's right in front of me right now, but this would be one of my zones that I would potentially go long in, and I measure the last leg and look for the tipping point. So instead of seeing the market enter my zone here and saying, okay, it's in my zone, I have to go long now, and then going long and then getting swept out and taking a loss, and then it reverses, I instead look for the tipping point of the leg to see where the other side of the auction is underwater, and instead of entering on this side right here and having worse expected value, I enter on this side. I could put on more size and have better value on the trade. So that's a way that TradeZella has enabled me to really pick apart patterns and act like a true professional trader. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch it and check out my application. If there's any openings inside of the TradeZella team, I would be really happy to be there and work with you guys and do a good job. So thank you very much, and have a great day.